Hey everybody, welcome back to Passion for Peppers. Today we're going to transplant some peppers. We've got some seeds that have now sprouted, and so they've grown enough that they're ready to get transplanted into some cups so I can continue growing them in the greenhouse. I did shut off the light just for better picture quality here for the video, but we can turn that back on a little bit later. So let's jump in. Just grabbing a random tray here, but you can see that they've grown. They're getting a little leggy on me because they are stuck in these greenhouses. They need to be transplanted and get them out. They'll do a lot better. So anyway, that's what we're going to start on today. Show you how I do that. I will go in order just because that's how I stay organized. So this is my A tray. And I'll go in order because, again, I have all my trays labeled A through B, C, D, blah, blah, blah. And then 1 through 6, and the other side is 7 through 12. I use an Excel sheet, and that's how, during this stage, I can track what is what, since you can't really tell the difference. So, yeah. So we're going to take some potting soil. I just used some potting soil. I've used all different kinds. I don't really have too much of a preference here. And I'm going to fill them in solo cups. My solo cups, I drill holes in the bottom so they get some drainage here. And then I'll fill them up with soil here, and then I use a black permanent marker to write the name on the side, and then it's easy to identify them then. And you know, I do use these year after year. So once you have them, you can clean them out each year and then just keep reusing them year after year after year. So that's what I do, so I'm not throwing them away or wasting anything here. All right, let's transplant some of these. So how I usually decide when one's ready is, you can see these are just starting to sprout. You got little ones here. These look pretty good and ready. These are pretty tall as well. You can tell when the lid's on. Especially the ones that are touching the top of the lid, they're ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and start transplanting some of these on out of here. This particular variety is called Dragon Cayenne. So it's a cayenne pepper, probably, 3 to 4 inches long. It's a pretty high yielding plant. I've always had a lot of success that they put off a lot of peppers, and so I've stuck with this one for many years now. I like to they're really good if you smoke them and then dehydrate them. You can smoke them and put them in salsa or whatever you want to do. Make hot sauce as well, but they're delicious smoked. They just smell phenomenal. So something else you can see, even though these aren't very big peppers, you can see all the roots already starting to grow out and through here. Yes, I've got 2 here. I'm going to go ahead and leave them for the time being, let them transplant and see, just in case one of them decides it's not going to make it. So this outer portion here, I'm going to rip it off. Otherwise that constrains the plant later on. So we'll go ahead and just be gentle with it. You are going to ultimately rip some roots, but generally speaking, some of those will pull through and they'll be okay. Just you want to try to be as gentle as you can. And yep, see, I got some roots, but that's okay. Go ahead and put it down in the cup. I've put some potting soil down in there. I'm going to go ahead and infill around the edge here. Just got a cup of some potting soil here. It makes a mess. That's okay. It's part of the process. And then I'm gently, pushing down the dirt around the side. I don't want to compact it real tight. I'm just getting a little, filling in any voids there. And again, just real gentle, and that's it. Here in a few minutes, I will water this. Put this with some of the other ones I've been working on here. You probably will see over the first 24 hours, they may droop and not look as happy, but give them a little time, make sure they've got water and still under a good temperature, and they'll rebound. But it's not, I don't usually have too many issues with very many dying, and so we just copy, paste, repeat here. We'll continue down the line, and I'll transplant the ones that are ready. I'll put the rest of them back in here. We planted these originally from seed less than 2 weeks ago. I think we're at 12 days now maybe. So I still expect several more are going to pop out yet. Just when the ones are ready to transplant, you got to jump in and get it done. Here I've got an Emerald Fire jalapeno. What I like about these guys is that they are a pretty large size jalapeno. The plant itself does a great job of having a good yield, quite a few peppers of good size. Or if you want to stuff jalapenos for jalapeno poppers, you want to smoke them, they just have a lot of uses for them. So it's really a good pepper. And honestly, I bought this from a greenhouse and then liked the pepper, and just since then have been recapturing the seeds each season and replanting them every year, and it's been a good pepper for me. So today is March 8th. We planted these seeds on February 26th, so it's 12 days in, and so you can see we've got peppers of varying sizes. Some have not sprouted yet, some may not sprout. I think I counted like 78 spaces. I have 19 yet that haven't sprouted yet. I do suspect some of the varieties yet will sprout. I've had them sprout anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks. So there'll be some more that'll sprout, but there'll be some that didn't. So a couple nights ago I did go ahead and I had a few extra spots in one of my trays. I went ahead and replanted a few varieties that didn't sprout yet, just in case the ones that originally sprout or planted don't sprout, but kind of as an insurance plan. But overall we're doing really good. I've got most all varieties of the peppers I wanted have sprouted and are taken off. So now it's time to transfer them to these trays here. Pretty excited. Well, we've got a number of our peppers transplanted here, so I'm going to go ahead and water them. This is some very dry potting soil here, so it'll take a little time here to absorb it. I'll have to hit them a few times, but the secrets now going forward is just making sure you keep the soil nice and moist. Don't let them dry out, but if you do see that one has dried out, just get it water as soon as you can. Likely will bounce back without issue. You're hardening the plants, which is a great thing for when they actually get outside, that they will be able to take different scenarios. Too much water, not enough water, some heat, some cool, some wind. That's what the next steps here. We're gonna start hardening these plants off a little bit. Starting out gentle, nothing too wild. I won't stick these outside for a few weeks here until they are likely ready. I still have some of these greenhouses here on this tray, but again, this is so I can easily move it around, but until I get things transplanted, some of them are going to be half empty. It's going to be a little tight on space for a little bit, but that's okay too. So again, we'll water these in, and I'll probably each night for the next week or two be continuing to transplant some peppers from the pods to these cups. And here again, it's March 8th. I usually wait till right around the beginning of May to transplant. Here in the Midwest for myself, that's when really all risk of a sudden frost disappears. But I've planted a few weeks earlier in the past, but risk versus rewards really not worth it to have all your hard work get killed. So check back in with us, and we'll show you the progress we continue to have. Thanks.